All right, guys, got another video. Today's video, it's a little different. Not really the normal, typical thing that people do to their cars. Today, we are going to do a swap, but instead of typical motor swaps, yada yada yada, right? We're gonna do a trans swap from a manual. Yeah, that's right. I said a manual to an automatic.
Brother,
We know it's not very common. Most people don't do that, but this customer does want it, so we're gonna go ahead and swap this beautiful but custom black paint. I'm not gonna see that well, but you can see this is not your typical black Challenger. Anyways, so I want to say this is a 2017 TA 392. Door's a little janky, but that's okay though. We're gonna fix that too. But like I said, we're going to swap from a manual to an auto. As you can see right here, that it's just, I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that.
Remember, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
But that's just not, your boot shouldn't go up and down. That's just not right. Now it does stay in gear. And it's not horrible, but it does stay in gear. It's just not comfortable, if that makes sense. I don't think that I would really want to drive this on a daily basis. I mean, at that point, I am a, manual lover, but at that point, you might as well get a whole new shifter, Barton, anything else at this point, on somebody else's short throw. But yeah, so I'm about to take this car into the shop and get ready to put on the lift so I can go ahead and do what I have to do. Jesus. Let's see. I got it. All right. There we go. So like the first thing I'm noticing when I'm driving this car, like I am giving it some decent amount of gas, letting the clutch out, but like the clutch like doesn't engage like until down near the top. Like it's just real rough. All right. Huh? Oh wow. So now I put this car on the lift and start pulling the transmission out of this thing and get ready to do a manual swap. Oh yeah, I gotta change the transmission fluid. I don't know if I'm debating about, well, I know when you do these, you should always work from the top bottom. At least I do. I do the shifter. I don't know. When you do your transes, what do you do?
I don't do trans.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, you talking about that.
Trans. So that way, or my bad, transmission.
You throw away my water? Did you throw away my water?
There's like a million.
I'm gonna make you a trans if you keep playing with me.
Anyways, let me try to go ahead and get this damn thing started. Alright, so unfortunately, with this car, right, being that nobody really goes from a manual car to an auto car, it's a mouthful to say. Like, it's not even a mouthful to say, it's really just like, it just feels weird saying that. Like, a manual to auto, you mean auto to manual, like that just rolls off the tongue so much easier. Anyways, so being that I need to swap everything over to get the BCM to talk to the shifter, right? I need to take everything out of this car, everything out of the donor car, and swap them. So that means BCM needs to swap, body harness needs to swap. I'm sure there's ways to finagle it, get around it, but personally, I just don't think that's a good idea for me to do. So I'm not gonna splice, I'm not gonna cut anything. I'd rather just swap the whole harnesses and all the computers from both cars. So that way I know for a fact that there's nothing wrong, there's no wires I need to chase, there's nothing at all. Because it's just, it wouldn't make any sense. Because then if I do that and something happens, something goes wrong, car has to come back, it's too much. We have the donor car, we have the harness. Yes, it's a lot of work. It's probably gonna take roughly around 4 to 5 days. It's cool. So I'm gonna jump on pulling this car apart. I already have passenger seat out, I already have the middle console out. So it's some progress. Need to take the dash out, the other seats, the back seats, and just pretty much gut the entire interior of this car. More than likely gut the trunk too, so that way I can pull whatever harness runs to the back, like take everything off, side panels, everything has to come off that is on the interior of the car. I shouldn't have to mess with the door cards, but I know I'm going to have to disconnect the speakers and everything that are inside this car, just so I can do the swap. So I'm going to jump on this, probably have one of the other guys here as well work on the other one, so that way you can try to cut down on time. But yeah, so I guess let me go ahead and get into rolling this thing back and tearing it out. What up, chat?
What up, chat? That's what we doing now?
Yeah. What up, chat? What's happening with you?
You got?
We in here, you know what I'm saying? We got this whole new reveal on this car, you feel me? Head ass. Anyways.
I swear, hey, if you rock with it, I rock with it.
what up, chat?
Like that on every video, though.
What up, chat?
Every video, no, the hypeness.
Okay.
You gotta be like that on every video. You gotta be that goofy guy.
This dude here. Anyways. Anyways, any weathers. So this car here, right? So I've already went through a couple of things to try to figure out like what's going to happen. So I was recommended, right, to change the full body harness and engine harness, right? So before doing that, Matt and I sat and we talked and brainstormed, and the only difference between the two cars, right? One car, this car here has a sunroof, the other car doesn't. The other car is an auto car, this one was a manual. So the best thing that we've really came up with is taking the BCM, right, from the donor car and swapping over to this car. You guys understand that there isn't, like, the VIN is not going to recognize, I do get that, but theoretically speaking, right, you would think that the BCM is if the harnesses are both the same except for that one wire, right, that you have to connect to the actual body harness, if the harness is all the same on both cars, it shouldn't really matter. I should be able to leave the harness in the car because this one is a like 2015, 2016 Challenger. That one is like a 2017. So they're both scat packs. Only difference is one is an auto car, the other one is a manual car. So why are you so close? Hey. Anyways, so we're gonna try. So I swapped the BCMs, right? Didn't get anything. We're gonna plug in the original BCM back into this car, see if everything lights up. Because if it does, then I'll know. Okay, well, it might just be the BCM that's not talking. Because this BCM came out of the donor car, as well as the middle shifter, the harness from the donor car. So if it is just that the BCM's VIN isn't talking to the computer, say, hey, this is me, do what you gotta do, then that's probably why. But we're gonna try a couple things here and there and see what works, because we need to figure this out. So I went ahead and swapped the BCMs, tried to get everything working, would not work. So there's probably something in the TCM that's gonna tell it to flash on or get signal. So I'm gonna go ahead on the donor car. I'm gonna trace the wire harness for the trans to see where the wires lead, because I can pin and unpin things, and it should be only one wire that's going to that should be going to the BCM. So I'm gonna see if I can find that wire and then swap it on this harness and then make this harness into an auto harness. Whose phone is ringing? Why are they calling? It's the middle of the workday. What do y'all want?
It is.
I want your soul.
We caught it 4K, bro.
Uh-huh.
You got me in 4K.
Oh, y'all getting exposed.
Chill, bro.
Black light fat bitches on Sundays.
Sundays only.
Sunday on.
What's that?
Jordan, old girl say you gave her crabs.
Yeah,
I
real
don't know what
quick.
you talking about. Ain't nothing that you gonna got the wrong Jordan. You ain't got me. Nah, we gonna leave motherfucker rolling. Ain't me.
Sounds like you gave her crabs.
No, ain't me. Damn, fam, you done sneezing or what?
I told you got niggitis.
Jesus.
Man, I got so f***ed up last night.
I know it.
I woke up at 9 something. Supposed to be in here at 8.
Where you woke up at?
I woke up at home.
Oh.
In my bed.
Anyways, so took the whole wiring harness out, right? Confirmed that the harness for the interiors are the exact same. There's like 1 or 2 wires that aren't, that are missing off the plugs for the donor car, which could be sunroof or something in the dash that just doesn't work, which is fine, because then I already know what wires there is. There's only like 3 or 4 of them, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and just pin those wires later on. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the engine harness that was from the donor car. I've already pulled it out. I'm going to take it to the swapped car, and we're going to pull the engine harness off of that one, the engine and trans harness, and then run it on the current car, so that way everything matches. There's nothing missing. Like, it's just, it'll make things a lot easier. So there's that. And a lot of work that I did on this one I don't have to do on the other car, i.e. like, so for example, for this, all these wiring harnesses, right? This harness, these connectors are all stuck up there, all behind the blower motor, right? So now that that's pulled out, because it goes through, you can see that little hole right there. Those feed through all the way around to right here. Well, these run inside of the car. These go through that hole right there, right? But now that I know that the harnesses are the same, right? The engine harness just needs to be swapped, because we're gonna swap the PCM. We're gonna reflash everything, so that way everything can talk to each other, right? But I don't have to pull this out of the firing wall.
What?
I can just swap the harness, which I just pulled the harness off, so don't have to worry about that. The body harness is gonna stay the same. It's just the engine harness, which the engine harness connects to this plug right here, and well, not that plug, but it connects to this plug. Everything on the main harness will run to this anyways, so it's not a big deal, which I've already pulled and swapped, so I don't have to swap anything else. But just to confirm the pin out and everything, it is a lot of work, but it saves you a lot more time than having to swap things you don't need to. If it doesn't, well, we gotta swap the harnesses anyway, so I'm not holding myself back from any extra work that I already have to do. So we'll see what happens.